This video is on Pinus serotina, pond pine or Pocosin pine. This is in the Pinaceae, the pine family. The cone scale shape is flat, and serotina means late. So this species is native to our coastal plain. This is actually a southeastern coastal plain endemic. It's an obligate wetland species. You often see this in low sites like Pocosins, hence the alternate common name Pocosin pine. So really more of a species you'll find on the coastal plain, but we have some planted here at the Shank Forest and the Arboretum in the back. And this species produces low quality lumber. You can see it doesn't have the best form, so not a really important timber species. This is a really fire adapted species though, and we'll talk about some of those adaptations to fire in this video. So the first thing we're going to see right here is these epicormic branches. So this epicormic branching, where we have these little tufts of needles on little twigs, you can see that come right out of the trunk. It's a really distinct for this species, and also pitch pine, which we'll learn later. But pitch and pond pine both have these epicormic branches, which are really important for ID, and that's also a fire adaptation. The other thing is these cones are serotinous, so that means they require fire or really warm temperatures to open, so they'll remain closed until they have those real hot conditions. Usually fire required to open these cones in the wild. This species, the bark looks pretty similar to loblolly pine, and the needles do too. You can see we've got 3 needles per fascicle here, but you only need to know how to identify this tree by cone. So we'll talk about the cone most importantly in this video. It's really squat. It's a lot squatter than loblolly. I've got a loblolly pine cone here to compare it to. So there's a loblolly cone on the right, and then the pond pine on the left. So look how much squatter, really egg-shaped, that pond pine cone is. And that's a really easy way I like to tell them apart. Those really squat egg-shaped cones, and these are going to be sealed. Remember, these aren't open until they face those really hot temperatures like in a fire. So those serotinous closed cones are really key for ID. Nice fat ovate shape. And if you're in the wild and looking for this species, note those epicormic branches. Those little twigs that stick right out from the trunk, really distinct on this species in the coastal plain.